What's past perfect? Well, this is the timeline, and this is now. So past perfect is two actions happen in the past, one before another. Again, one action happened before another action. Yes, one action happened before another. So, for example, the structure is subject, okay, had, verb 3 plus verb 3.
So in all perfect tenses, we use verb in
Third form, yeah. And the time here is before or after. After. So for example, Daniel, look. And remember, one action happened before another. It's not when. So, for example, I had eaten. I had eaten eggs. Okay. I had eaten eggs before I came to class. So look then, I had eaten eggs before I came to class. Two actions. This action has finished. This action has finished. But it's not at the same time. I can't say I had, past continuous? I was eating eggs when I came to the class. This is at the same time. But this is finished. And so I say, Daniel, what have you done before you came here? What had you done?
I had drunk
beer. Tea.
Usually I don't drink beer at morning.
Okay.
Actually, so early.
Okay. I just know a lot of girls, students, they say I drink beer in the morning. Okay.
I had drunk tea before I came to class.
Before I came to class, yeah. If you start with past, so this is past simple. If you start with past simple, you say after. Look, I came to class after I had drunk tea. It's just, we take this and put it like this. And we use after, not before. Or for example, look, you had arrived to the airport and you remembered you forgot your passport.
So it's every time it will be in past simple.
Yeah.
Past simple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another example. Sanya had bought a gun before he went to date. You understand, right?
You went date. Yeah.
Oh, he went to, I said. He went to date. Okay, he went to a date. So, before you go to meet a girl in a cafe, of course you buy a gun, right, to have a good smell, to have this good interaction. So, Sani had bought a gun before he went to a date. It's completely two actions. This has happened first, and this has happened second.
Yeah. And the first one we also can write as I came to class after I had eaten eggs. Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I came. Yeah. I
Yeah.
came
Okay.
to class after. It's also need to use.
Just a minute. You can use it, yeah. And if you don't use it, it's okay. But you can use it. I use it. So negative. Look, how do you make negative question? She hadn't danced. She hadn't danced yet. So look, for example, bro, imagine your mom asks you, Daniel, have you drunk your milk? For example, you play computer games, and your mom asks you, hey Daniel, had you finished your homework before playing the computer games? So you say, yes mom, I had finished my homework before I started to play computer game. And also you can say, she hadn't danced yet. So for example, this girl is sitting, and you can tell the boss, oh, she hadn't danced yet. So she hadn't danced before you don't need to say before, people understand. She hadn't danced yet. She hadn't danced. And also you can make a question. How do you make a question? We change this. Had she danced yet? So for example, imagine you come to your work and you see your friends drinking, sitting, speaking, and you ask, had they danced yet? It's like, had they danced before sitting and eating now? It's like, had they finished this action before the second? You don't need to say it. You don't need to say, had they finished dancing before before they sat and drank? No, you don't.
Why we say did? Why we don't say had they danced already?
Had they danced yet?
Also can say.
Yeah, you understand. Had they danced already before having this party now, for example? If you ask in the present perfect, have you danced, guys? It's just experience. Have you danced? Yeah, people can understand you that you mean have you danced before, but correct is to use past perfect. Hey guys, had you danced yet? It's like, had you danced before you?
So in this example, we don't say the second action.
You cannot say it. Yeah, it depends on the situation. If the situation, for example, I come to you now and I say, hey Daniel, have you finished writing? Have you finished the work? Have you finished the exercises? You understand that I say, have you finished the exercises before sitting here, for example? Or had you printed the papers? Of course you understand. I'm asking you questions about your past before coming and sitting here now. Right? Had you printed the papers? Yeah. So you can use this, and you can and you can use time as well. You can say before or yesterday. Had you danced yesterday? And also then you look. For example, imagine you are a boss and you have a paper of coming and people sign. For example, you go to your workers and you say, hey man, had you finished this project yesterday? It's like, had you finished this project before, I don't know, before farting or automatically, yeah. So man, I will just give myself a coffee. Do you need a coffee or tea? No? Okay. You know?